r/am I overreacting? This is a subreddit where you go and tell strangers on the internet about a predicament you're in, and you ask them, hey guys, am I doing too much? If this sounds like just a reskin of r/am I the a-hole, then you had a similar thought to me when I first started looking at this a few years back. And I'd say a lot of the subject matter is similar, but there is like a unique kind of culture to it, and I also think that the mindset of the people going in is a little different, because mentally ask yourself explicitly, am I overreacting? And it's not like across the board, but I feel like a lot of the people who end up in a subreddit like this are generally trying to think of whatever predicament they're in like a logical way, like try to figure out like, man, am I the problem? Whereas am I the a-hole is a little more irreverent, if you will. And I enjoy the way the mods kind of handle the whole thing, where the profile picture is just like one of the little Reddit aliens going, heartbreaking. The worst subreddit you know just made a great point. And if you enjoy, be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on. That way you never miss an upload. All right, let's get digging into these guys' butts. Some of these are very serious situations where I think people are in the right to be mad at someone for doing, but the setup is so absurd that I have no idea how it even came around to it. Let's just start with a banger, man. Just rip the band-aid right the hell off, huh? My boyfriend gave my labubu phalloplasty. I love the picture here because it makes it seem like someone was asked to pose with the now dick having labubu and to pose with it, and then they nailed it to a cross in the next picture. Like, what's going on here, man? Kind of angry about this. It was a gift from my niece. Okay, we can all agree there's like some funny absurdity to the whole labubu thing, but it was sentimental as well. It's less about what the object literally is, and the context and how this person received it matters a lot. My boyfriend cut off an ear and put it back on somewhere wrong. I told him this, and it ended in a heated argument. Am I overreacting for yelling at him? He usually doesn't do this stuff. I don't know like your whole situation, because this is like probably the shortest post we're gonna see the whole time. It's just so funny on its face. Maybe yelling was too much, but I think you're in the right to like feel miffed by it, especially if you had like expressed to him earlier that this was something that was sentimentally important to you. If not, I think it's the sort of thing that could be a dumb joke and you're like, don't fucking do that again. The real story is in the comments though, and I'm glad like most people are on the same page as me. Did he apologize by offering to sew the ear back on, which he should do after destroying your property? Also, OP, I'm sorry, but labubu phalloplasty is the funniest previously unsaid sentence I've heard in a long time. Now, this part fucks me up. He says it's just a plushie and not that deep, and I don't know if I want it fixed either. I'm gonna be honest, for me, a lot of things are not just plushies. You touch this little fucker and I'm gonna cut off the fingers you did it with. He's not a plushie, he's my son. I think you underreacted. You should make sure he can never do it again, in whatever way that means to you. Also, just wanted to drop a quick line here that if you missed me at Say in Japan, the exclusive merch I was selling there it's available on the Horizons merch site right now. There's an exclusive keychain of me playing a little marimba, and there's also me with the homie Anthony, aka Toilet Shark. Summer might be over, but take a quick piece of it with you home for the road. The print comes in both a metal card and a poster. Pretty neat, right guys? That'll be at the first link in the description if y'all want some. Am I overreacting? My parents secretly drained my entire savings account and called me ungrateful when I confronted them. Count summary: 1 cent left. Mom, why does my savings account say 1 cent? I never took money out. I got notifications saying there were like 4 internal transfers. I don't know what that means. Dad and I had to use some of it for bills. Calm down. It's our money anyways. I'm not gonna lie, if you told me to calm down when you sent a very like level-toned text about, hey, all my fucking money is gone. You can't read it like that. It's all lowercase. Like, dude's like, I don't know what that means. I just wanted to know if you knew anything about it. And then they tell you to calm down. It's like, well, now I'm mad. All my savings are gone. It was all going towards college funds. Why are there DoorDash, Massage Envy, and other stuff charged the same day on those transfers? You don't have permission to do this. It's unfair. I'm not doing this tone with you. What tone, you fucking slob? Yeah, immediately not overreacting, dude. This is fucking absurd. Drop it or else wait till Dad and I get home from work. No! I'm going to the bank today to see if I can remove joint access and file a dispute. Dude, I'm gonna fucking set your toes on fire. Wow, you would file a claim against your own parents? You would steal all the money from your own child, you fucking freaks? After everything we've done for you? You mean raising the kids you're legally obligated to, and that is as your responsibility as a parent? Shut the fuck up. You're so ungrateful. We'll talk about this with your dad when we are home. I really would be jumping to like going straight to the bank, man. I would not be doing this like try all interpersonal like. It's like you took the money without talking to me. If you needed something like help with bills, that's a discussion that can happen. Not that the kid's obligated to do that anyways, but it's like a thing you can talk about and they can do willingly. You're just like, nah, it's my money. It's my money. Nah. When I checked the transactions, I saw multiple withdrawals over the past 2 months. Relax. Okay, dude, this is kind of on you. It took you 2 months to notice. Guys, keep an eye on your financial situation, like, frequently. I know people who are scared to log into the Bank of America because they don't want to see all the charges. You gotta rip that band-aid off and be very frank with yourself if you're making bad spending decisions. Part of that's from experience. I'm not saying, like, I'm the best with money or anything, but you gotta be appraised of your situation so you're actively thinking about what changes you could be making to get better. Some of the charges lined up with DoorDash orders and massages. Doesn't sound like emergency. My dad backed her up saying they'll pay me back, but I feel like it's a huge violation of trust. I would not fucking trust them, man. I would, like, go to the bank and get my shit back. I would do everything in my power to make sure any charges they made have to be on their goddamn heads. Okay, this one's crazy. Am I overreacting? My ex-wife and her new husband legally made their last name my full fucking name. You can't make this shit up. You absolutely can make this up, but for suspension of disbelief reasons, I'm just gonna take you completely at your word. I was married once. My ex-wife blew it all to hell by cheating on me with one of my closest fucking friends. The betrayal crushed me, but whatever. I rebuilt. She kept my last name after the divorce. Weird, but I let it go. Didn't Toriel do that? I always thought that was a little odd. Like, I don't know, Chris keeping the last name is one thing, but wait, no, actually she didn't. She's Miss Toriel on her dry erase board in her classroom, bro. She don't got a last name no more. Fast forward, she marries the guy she cheated with. Fine, closure, good for them. But here's where it goes off the rail. Her new husband's last name is the same as my first name. So, when they hyphenated, their big, shiny, new married surname is now my entire fucking legal name. Okay, I thought it was like something more explicit where it was just a dig at you, but that's still gotta be uncomfortable as shit. Imagine your name is David Carter. The guy she cheats with is named John David. They marry, hyphenate, and proudly announce themselves as Mr. and Mrs. David Carter. Yeah, I fucked on your baby mama and we took your last name too. I'm not gonna lie, man, this is kind of cold as shit. All that shit that happened to you was terrible, man. I'm sorry you went through that, but holy fuck, these are some A-grade haters. I really didn't want to go into this post and leave with, like, if not sympathy, respect for the people who did it to you, but fuck, man, they're getting your ass good. They're on Facebook, smiling, posting, here's the new official Mr. and Mrs. David Carter. Dude, they set it up in such a way that you seeing them happy in any context is just gonna make you feel gross inside. That is diabolical. Meanwhile, I'm staring at my phone thinking, holy fuck, my ex-wife and her affair partner just legally rebranded themselves as me, dude. Dude, they had a new VTuber debut and they just picked your name as their new character. Edit, I'm not on their social media. A mutual acquaintance sent me a screenshot with the adjoining text. What the fuck is wrong with them? I'm glad you got shooters in your corner at least. To hate in this way, you have to center so much of your, like, free time and brain space to the person you're hating on. And if you don't manage your mental, then it becomes corrosive. Like, the little patch of wrinkles in their collective brains that are etched into, like, the shape of your face is eventually going to grow into a cancerous tumor and kill one of them. I mean this completely literally. This is how cancer is born. This is how tumors are created. Am I overreacting about this inappropriate text from a recent client of mine? Considering the emoji he uses in the first message, I'm gonna go with a solid no. And oh my god, this dude is just, like, flipping that face and melting it in every direction he can in every message. Holy shit. Hey OP, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the massage. It's been way too long. Sounds like he feels like it's been too long since he got something else physical. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for reaching out. Feel free to leave a review if you'd like. That's great for small businesses, by the way. I absolutely will. Also, this may be a reach, but can I buy you a drink sometime? I haven't felt like this in a hot minute, and my husband refuses to acknowledge me. I'm sorry to hear that you're not getting no dick appointments right now, but please don't text me anymore unless it's for an appointment. This isn't appropriate. Hey, props to the massage guy for having correct etiquette around the situation and not indulging it. The 3 dots of doom is so fucking funny to me, though, dude. Look at that shit. Low-key, I wish they would have posted what they said next, because it had to have been some crazy shit. She's been a consistent client of mine now for nearly 2 years and has never once reached out after a session until now. Oh, damn, dude. This might have been, like, a building thing. And the only other dude in her life she has, like, any sort of physical contact with, she's like, yeah, that'll do. Okay, this one is crazy. Girl, I'm not gonna lie. I have a recording of you from last night. Okay, what are you talking about? You answered my call. I thought you picked up on that. Stop lying. And then video of the audio sent directly to you. You thought I was capping? I heard you fucking on the phone, girl. Why would you even record that? What are you doing? Delete that. Nah, I'm keeping it. That's not even funny. Yeah, that's a sort of Damocles I'd prefer not to have hanging over my head either. Relax, I'm not going to show anyone. Yeah, that's contingent on however you feel in the moment. You shouldn't even have it in the first place. Delete it. call me. Generally speaking, like, probably shouldn't have that to begin with, but like, I've been like at house parties and like something funny happens to a guy who's like a bit too drunk. There's like maybe like 1 or 2 people recording it, and if they ask you to lead it the next day, it's like, yeah, sure, if it like wasn't anything crazy. I wouldn't be huge on people just having pictures of me passed out in embarrassing situations floating around on their phone, especially with the whole anonymity thing. I, female 18, was hooking up with a guy the other night when my phone rang. It was my friend, and I thought I hung it up and tossed it aside, but I accidentally answered. She ended up hearing everything. Yeah, the friend should have hung up pretty quick after that, but it's nice to know that it like wasn't the guy recording y'all having sex, because that is like even more predatory. I feel like, oh, look at Susie and Chris in the corner. They're so silly. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure how to go about this, but I want some advice as I'm pretty much panicking. Would I be overreacting if I pushed this further or took some sort of action, or is that not even possible? Depends on the state you're in, but you might not have a whole lot of legal recourse, man, if it's like a one-party consent state when it comes to recording calls and shit. Everything about this is bizarre and creepy, not to mention probably a felony. I would definitely agree with like creepy. This is either like a funny anecdote for like years down the line or something I never bring up at all. Like, I'm calling with a friend, they think they've hung up, and then I hear them getting their brains fucked out. I'm like, oh shit, hang up, and then like maybe go, wow, giggle a little bit, try to move on with my day. There are certain things I'd record as blackmail, like maybe if I drew with Sharpie on your face at a sleepover because you fell asleep first. Prank him, John! Not that kind of John prank. But nah, not this. I actually don't know if there are any specific laws around the fact that it was specifically an intimate act that was being recorded. She isn't a party at all. This is illegally recording in every state. I'm gonna leave that to the comments to fact check me on, but still, you're not overreacting. That's gotta feel like a very invasive thing, and I am sorry that happened to you, even if I've been talking a little irreverently about it. All right, let's see if there's any more absurd ones in here. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be getting any other labubu phalloplasties. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend, male 37, is mad at me, female 19, for existing. To be clear, this is a bit. This is one of those posts that's talking about the type of thing you see on this subreddit a lot in like a kind of joking way. I've been dating my boyfriend for a year, and he's like really mature and I love him, even though all my family and friends tell me he's bad news. But I don't really talk to them anymore, so it's okay. My boyfriend said they're just trying to turn me against him. Don't tell me to break up with him. Literally the perfect man, and we love each other so much, even though he treats me like actual scum. He just has a dark sense of humor. Haha. I messed up today by breathing in the direction of a male coworker. My boyfriend is now super mad at me, understandably. Somebody came up with the top 5 responses you're likely to see in a post like this. Don't walk, run from that relationship. Nor, you deserve to be treated like the queen you are, and he doesn't know what he has. Ew, BF giving me the major ick. He needs some major therapy. Stat, because it's clear he's a conflict-avoidant narcissist. Do people, like, diagnose psychological conditions on the subreddit a lot? You know what? Actually, it makes complete sense for the type of person who spends, not just time on r/all having this scroll by them and reading a bit as their eyes glaze over. I'm talking about, like, a regular visitor of this subreddit. He has serious mommy issues, and he's showing you who he is. He doesn't even like you, and he's definitely toxic and manipulative and will be moving to hitting you soon. OP, I was once like you. Allow me to write a 14-page story about my own experience with this. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend said I overreacted when I refused to eat this, quote, fully cooked chicken. Oh my god, dude, that looks like a smooth brain image macro. He said since it was in the grill, it's 100% cooked, and that I'm overreacting for refusing to eat it. He also said it tastes fine. I don't know if I'm like an insane person, but I don't actually find the sight of raw chicken to be that unappetizing. Obviously, I don't eat raw chicken. Do I look like the Liver King to you? Or like I'm trying to get my protein in? I'm scrawny as fuck, dude. Look at this shit. This thing like drapes over me. But it's the thought of what that raw chicken could become that makes me... He said it tastes fine and that the texture was a bit weird, but the taste was fine. Did he say it like 3 times like I just did? Oh, and that I'm picky because I wouldn't eat it anymore. Okay, big dog. Hopefully it didn't touch the corn on the grill, because if this is his definition of cooked, then no telling what his standards for food safety is. Ugh. Normally his food is cooked well, and I think some of these chickens were cooked through. This one not. You know, maybe it was a genuine mix-up, but I would not be putting that thing in your body if I were you. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend shamed me over having my hair removed. Can I ask you something? Yeah. How are you always hairless? I swear I've never seen a single hair on your body except for your head. I did laser hair removal for nearly 2 years. It does grow back occasionally in some areas, but it's always really fine and I just wax it off. Wait, seriously? Like everywhere? Yeah, everywhere except my face. It was a lot, but worth it. That's pretty wild. It's convenient, and I agree, man. I've done the full body shaved every now and then. I like feeling like a smooth-skinned baby seal. Helps with the whole non-binary thing when you're feeling it. But this dude is like crazy for this. Nah, that's just some whore behavior, if you ask me. What? How did we get here? You're using cutting edge science to like do something that's convenient for you that you would have done in one way or the other, like shaving regularly. Okay, big dog, you don't spend that much money and time lasering everywhere unless you plan on showing it off. Maybe it's just more comfortable, dude. Jesus Christ. Ew, it makes me a whore because I got my hair removed? I'm just being honest. No, the fuck you're not. You're disrespectful. You asked and I answered, and you shamed me over it. Yeah. Yep, not overreacting. My boyfriend of 3 months asked how I'm always completely hairless. It's only 3 months, man. You can fucking get that time back. You're young. Okay, this one's pretty good. Am I overreacting for not quitting the gym because my boyfriend told me to? Where are you? At the gym. Nearly done. You're going quite often now. Babe, I've been going 3 times a week for ages now. Nothing has changed. I'd prefer if you stopped going. That is not happening. If I got to a point in my life where I was consistently working out and like doing good habits that are good for my body and someone told me to stop because they're bothered by it, I am also liable to just like freak the fuck out on them. That is not happening. But why? Are you craving attention? I give you loads of it. Why would I be craving attention off of the gym? I mean, I guess like you're trying to get more fit and shit, but like that's also just a good thing to do. You don't need to be bodybuilding or anything, man, but physical activity is good for you. Use those knees while you have them or you'll lose them. Those guys you work out with. I was working out before they even joined in, so how did you come to that conclusion? You said you were fine with me having friends that are guys. I am. So what are you trying to say? So I want you to quit. Your stomach is flat and you've grown your glutes. What more do you want? And what do you think is gonna happen if I stop going? Can you just fucking quit? It's starting to really irritate me. Then stay mad, dumbass. I can stop going as often with them guys if you want. I wouldn't have even capitulated to this after like that stuff. And his response is so crazy. No, 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 no. I just want you to fully stop. Okay, guys, I have a theory. This guy might be a feeder. I'm not talking like Call of Duty quickscoping feeder. I'm talking about like he wants you to get big. He's like, no, please stop having a well-defined abs and musculature and a gigantic muscly butt. I want you to be pudgy. Yeah, not overreacting. This shit is weird. Anyways, that's all I got. If you guys, that card I mentioned should be on screen now. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I'll see y'all next time.